and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. Today we will learn all about the Summer Institute at the Woodward School here in Quincy. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, we have abundant sunshine out there. It's a little brisk, 50 degrees right now, but really a gorgeous afternoon with temperatures topping off in the mid-50s, lighter winds too. Chilly night again tonight. Under clear skies, lows will drop off to just about 40 or so, and the last weekend of April looking pretty nice, actually. Tomorrow is definitely the pick of the weekend with lots of sunshine, mild temperatures into the mid-60s. A few more clouds around on Sunday, just a very slight chance of a morning shower on Sunday, but by no means a washout. And look at the high temperatures. Sunday up around 70 degrees. Still pretty mild here on Monday. More clouds. Highs Monday into the mid-60s, maybe even 70 degrees by the middle of next week with some showers around. But until then, enjoy the nice weather. Sunshine, 50 in Quincy right now. Checking out news for you today, an investigation is now underway into some financial irregularities at the Quincy Department of Elder Services. Mayor Thomas Koch placed Elder Services Director Tom Clasby on paid administrative leave last Friday and launched an investigation using Quincy police detectives and an independent auditing firm. Koch says he was made aware of the issues by a phone call and took immediate action.
I put Mr. Clasby on administrative leave, this police department is investigating. I also brought in Powers and Sullivan to do a forensic audit of all the accounts and so forth at the center, and we're taking it a day at a time and see where this leads us. I can't say much more at this time because everything's under investigation, but there's clearly something amiss down there, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Koch did say a full forensic audit of the financial operations of the Department of Elder Services will get to the bottom of exactly what transpired, but also to provide guidance on policies and procedures going forward. The mayor says the investigation will not disrupt any services at the Kennedy Center, although he's not sure if an interim director will be appointed. Clasby has been head of that department since 1997. Quincy City Council considering whether to approve the next phase of the Quincy Center redevelopment project. Officials are reviewing a request from the administration for $157 million to build 2 new parking garages at the site of the former Ross Parking Garage. One of those garages would service a planned residential and retail development at the site of the IHOP restaurant. The other garage would service a planned medical complex to be operated by Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Financial advisor Craig Seymour with RKG Associates says that revenue from the new development in Quincy Center does continue to pay for the expansion of that project.
Downtown Quincy, the investments that have taken place here, the rising taxes, has risen the tide. The tide has risen for all of Quincy. And we can see it in the areas right around the downtown that have new proposals coming forward almost every day of the planning office, but also the rest of the city. And I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind on this. And lastly, using this remaining DIF capacity, I think, is going to be the key to finalizing this transformation of Quincy Center, which was a dream 20 years ago that's had some ups and downs, but I think it's a dream that's going to be coming to fulfillment. And the city and this body should be very proud of that. And congratulations are in order to that.
City Council is also considering a request to more than double the Quincy Center redevelopment district to include the Star Market and Granite Crossing shopping areas, plus areas south to School Street and north of Dimmock Street. This past week, the Quincy City Council did approve borrowing a total of $33.5 million for capital improvements, sewer system upgrades, lead pipe removal, and the expansion of the Cleverly Court soccer fields. $20 million will be for capital improvements across the city, including school upgrades, $7 million for sewer upgrades, $2.5 million for lead pipe removal, $4 million for those soccer fields in Cleverly Court. City Councilor at Large Noel DeBona says the lead pipe removal project will benefit everyone.
The mayor and the administration have been working on this for years. I brought this about for the lead removal throughout the city of Quincy. We have to find all different type of mechanisms and funding, whether it be in a form of a bond or a grant, or and basically just piggyback off of each one. So I want to thank, we've done a lot of good work out in the city. We want to continue to do a lot of great work. Be proactive on the initiatives like this, obviously for the sewer system improvements and obviously for the lead service removal. So that's a very important matter moving forward into 2024. So.
Those loans for the lead removal and the sewer system updates will come with low or no interest from the state and from the MWRA, and the $4 million bond for the soccer fields will be funded with revenue from the city's hotel-motel tax. The Quincy mayor's salary could more than double under a recommendation from a consulting firm. Dormanson Consulting told the City Council this week that the current mayoral salary in Quincy of almost $151,000 a year is far below that of executives in similar-sized communities. Consultant Jack Dormady says the mayoral salary in Quincy hasn't changed since 2015.
Quincy's been on a pretty good run. We don't live here, but we are economists and financial economists at heart. We know what we're looking at. You're on a good run, and I think in order to maintain that run, you're going to have to invest in many different things, and I know that there's a lot of demands on money. Those are your decisions to make. The comment is that the consequential effects of trying to undercut quality is going to be tough to overcome. It's disproportionately costly to overcome negative momentum than it is to maintain positive.
The report recommended increasing the mayoral salary to between about $300,000 and $370,000 per year and tie the salary to the cost of living for future adjustments. The mayor would have to recommend a change in the salary, and the city council could approve, reject, or cut that recommendation. Next year's proposed city budget is expected to be unveiled on May 6th. Quincy City Council President Ian Kane has officially announced his candidacy for the U.S. Senate. Kane made an official announcement this past Wednesday confirming that he is running as a Republican candidate for the seat currently held by incumbent Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren. Kane said his campaign will focus on issues that he believes are important to the majority of Massachusetts residents.
It's kind of like a shtick that I see is that, you know, it's very easy to just say billionaires and millionaires aren't paying their fair share, or you know, Tesla is doing this or Apple's doing this, but it's always a sort of category of a bogey person or a bogey group of people that's really untouchable. It doesn't have a constituency that's large enough to be a voting populace. But that's not what people really, you know, what they really need. Right now, we've got, you know, cost of living rising on a regular basis. Inflation is out of control. The labor market is totally disconnected. We've got people who are looking for jobs that can't find them, and we've got employees who are looking for workers that can't seem to find them. So there's a total mismatch there. You know, we've been taking on an undue financial burden in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, certainly at the state level, but it's a national problem wherein there's an immigration problem, you know, that we see from the southern border that has been permeating us in the north.
Kane's been a Quincy City Councilor for Ward 3 since 2016, became council president this past year. He registered as a Republican this past February after previously being a registered Democrat and then an unenrolled voter. Kane says he is confident he will gather the 10,000 signatures needed to get on the ballot this fall. Well, the man who sings the national anthem at the Boston Bruins home games will be doing the same thing at this year's Quincy College graduation ceremony. Todd Angeli has agreed to perform the Star-Spangled Banner at the May 17th Quincy College commencement ceremony at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Quincy. Angeli has a music degree from Plymouth State University in New Hampshire. He studied opera at the New England Conservatory of Music. Currently serves as Director of Workforce Development for the State Executive Office of Public Safety and Security. Angeli became the national anthem performer for the Bruins home games after Renee Roncourt retired 5 years ago. Angeli has performed the anthem for all 5 New England professional sports teams. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, we get details about this year's Summer Institute at the Woodward School here in Quincy. That is next. Welcome back. We may be in late April, but the folks at the Woodward School are already thinking summer. The Summer Institute enrollment is actually underway, so we want to welcome to the program Gretchen Peterson and Kaylee McDonald to tell us all about it. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
us.
Gretchen, good to see you again.
Yes.
Kaylee, nice to meet you for the first
time.
Yeah, hopefully not the last time.
That's
though.
right,
Come
I
on
hope
back.
so.
Yeah. I like to always start with just kind of a little overview of what the organization that we're talking about on this show does.
Sure.
Gretchen, its goal, its mission. So the Woodward School's, only been around for, what,
Only 130 years.
Yeah, something like
Yep.
that. Okay. But just in case people don't know.
Sure.
Tell us about the Woodward School.
Absolutely. So the Woodward School is a school for girls in grades 6 through 12. And we really focus on not only academics with the girls, with our rigorous classes, but also helping girls find their passion and their voice. And with that, we have a number of different programs that they can participate in. We have an internship program at the end of the year that they can go out and sort of see what life is like outside of school. We have theater, which our Beauty and the Beast show is coming up.
Ah, okay.
Yes, May 10th, 11th, and 12th. So tickets are on sale on our website.
Okay.
And we have just a number of different opportunities for girls to try things, sports, and other kind of artistic activities as well.
Sure. What's the current enrollment at Woodward? How many students?
So we have about 70 kids right now.
Okay.
Yep. And
Total?
we're looking. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have really great staff. We have small class sizes.
Yes.
Individual attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great student-teacher ratio.
Exactly.
Sure,
4 to
yeah.
1.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the envy of many school systems. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And everyone knows everyone. So it's a really nice opportunity for the girls to have a mentor or somebody who really understands
Absolutely.
where they're coming from and where they're going.
Yes, yes. And part of that is Summer Institute, right?
Yes.
The summer programs that are coming up that we're going to talk about. But before we do that, let's bring Kaylee in, and office manager right at Woodward. So we'll
Office
get a little bit
manager
about-
and now doing the Woodward Summer Institute too.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my purview. So
specialty?
both pieces. Yes.
Yeah, tell us about yourself, first of all, your background and how you
yeah.
got to Woodward. Yeah.
I am the front office supervisor right now, and I've been there now for 2 years.
Okay.
This will be my third summer at Woodward. I came from working in a completely different category
Really?
and switched over to education in part because I always have been attracted to it. I've always thought it's so important. And when I first came to Woodward and was wowed by the specialization and the girls specifically and how amazing they are, so I was like, this is where I want to be, and that's what got me there.
Wow, what was your previous profession?
I used to work in apartments and like office pieces for like leasing and rentals and all that
Okay,
kind of
all right.
stuff.
So still dealing with
yeah,
people.
so
Yeah, just at a
people,
different
person
level.
always, yep, and always office person, but
Was it a pandemic era?
no, actually,
adjustment? No,
it was after that.
Okay.
I wanted to make a change. I wanted to find something that I was more passionate about,
Yeah.
and Woodward was definitely something to be passionate about.
It fit the bill.
Yeah, for sure.
So how has it been going so far? What have you learned from Woodward, from your experience at Woodward so far?
Got to think about all the different things that we've done. I mean, the cool thing about Woodward is because it's a small school, you
Yeah.
get to do so many different things, and Gretchen can speak to that too. Is
Right.
just today I get to host a talent show because I'm also in charge of student life, so
okay.
get to do lots of different things, and that came on later. And taking steps forward, I do all the social media and all of that because
Sure.
I spoke to you before. I
Yeah.
came from a film background actually, so getting to step into that more and doing that piece. So lots of fun stuff and getting to do and try lots of fun things, which is the benefit of such a small space.
Absolutely, yeah. So Gretchen, before we talk about Summer Institute, immediately coming up is what, graduation?
Graduation.
Yeah?
Yes. June 1st.
Okay.
At the Church of the Presidents.
Okay.
Very cool venue for us
Yes.
to be able to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a program, a guest speaker, or is it just basically the school staff?
Right, school
Okay.
staff, the valedictorian and salutatorian make speeches,
Yep.
and the head of school and myself make speeches as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's a proud moment for the families, I'm
It
sure.
is.
And I remember the year that you couldn't was the 2020 year because of the pandemic. And the girls were really upset about that. You were able to do something after the fact, though, right?
Yes,
help them,
yes, we were. We were able to navigate that for
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So this will be especially meaningful, I'm sure,
Yes.
for them coming out of that.
Very much.
Yeah. So what's going on this summer?
Yeah, so
So summer is going to be a bunch of fun. Tons
Yeah.
of stuff is happening over the summer. We have courses throughout the summer in June, July, August. In arts and technology, we've got storytelling, we've got theater, we've got robotics, we've got video game design. So pretty much anything that you're interested in, we've got it. And we want to have all of the stuff that we focus on during the school year come on into the summertime. And our students are invited to join us, and students from all over neighboring towns and are welcome to join us.
Now, okay, so that my next question, Kayla, was who can enroll in the summer program?
Everybody,
Okay.
everybody that's a girl, I should say.
Okay,
Just like
right.
during the school year, Woodward is a school for girls, and we carry that into the summertime. So specializing in women's education.
Okay, age ranges?
5th through 10th, entering 5th grade and through entering 10th grade. So
Okay.
a big
And
chunk of different people.
So do you find that current students also take part in the summer program?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
We've got a number of girls who are already signed up from our classes right now, and then girls who have joined us in previous summers jump back in
Come
and
back.
have been signed up already.
So this is a little different than, when I think of summer institute, summer programs, I think of summer school, the quote-unquote summer school. This is not that, right?
This is not
This is
that.
not making up for classes that you didn't achieve in during the school year. This is separate.
No. This is stuff that maybe you touched on in the
Right.
school year and you loved and you want to do more and you want to learn more about. So they're
Okay.
really intensive programs in those arts and tech programs that the girls are passionate about, and
Yeah.
it's exploring those things. And then we also do fun stuff. We're outside and we're playing games just like a camp environment
Oh,
would
all
be.
right. Okay.
So it's 50-50, you get both and get to explore those passions but get to have some fun.
Yeah, we just saw a photo of some students that were participating. It looked like an audio-visual
Yep.
type of program. So maybe we can take a look at that again and tell us what we're looking at here.
So I think this, what we're looking at here is what they were doing last summer was a podcasting class.
yes,
So they've
okay.
got their microphones, the soundboard. So the stuff that you've got back here, they're using at our school too.
Right,
So.
in your newly renovated auditorium. we
That's
should
exactly
mention
right.
As
Right.
well. Let's take a look at the next one. And this young lady is very intent on her project. Looks like she's using a Dremel tool or something there.
She is. So
Okay.
what she's got here is she printed or she designed on our computer systems a 3D model that was then printed in our 3D printers,
Oh.
and now she's cleaning up the edges to make it perfect before she goes to paint it. So
Okay, all right.
some really cool figurines come out of that class. That's our 3D fabrication, which is another course that we have.
It's funny, for a school that's 130 plus years old, you have some of the latest technology.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Cutting edge stuff.
Yeah,
So.
very much so. Let's take a look at the next one. And don't take my picture. If there was a speech bubble, that's what she'd be saying, right?
That's exactly what she was saying. She was in our theater program actually, and she's doing drawing of what she wants to design her theater costume to look like. So that's what she's doing. But again, yeah, she's giving me the totally take my picture look also.
Sure. I think we have a couple more to check out here. Using looks like a tablet.
Yep, tablet, and this is part of our digital art program.
Ah,
And I
okay.
think the next picture is as well. They have
Right there, yeah.
iPads preloaded with Procreate and Apple
Okay.
Pencils, and like you said, cutting edge stuff. They're ready to go day one.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show the pictures, because it does demonstrate the different versatility and the
Absolutely.
different programs, and also the different avenues that girls can focus on. Do they get to choose?
They get to
do.
choose,
Okay.
and there's 3 sessions over the summer,
Okay.
and there's different offerings for different sessions. So
Okay.
they could do a tech course, and then do an art course, and then do a theater course.
Oh, really?
And they can choose whatever they're interested in.
And are they graded, or is this just for fun? This
Just
is
for fun,
just
and
for
at the
fun.
end we do a display or a symposium of all the different projects, and parents are invited to come and see what was done, and
Mm-hmm.
also the play gets put on. They do a play in 2 weeks, so
okay.
it's pretty impressive stuff.
Okay, sure. Gretchen, now for the financial part of it, is there assistance available for girls who maybe have some difficulty paying?
So because our school is focuses on affordability. We have our tuition rate at a lower rate,
Okay.
just across the board.
Okay.
So it's $400 per week.
Okay.
We have the first week of the program is, or the first session is a 1-week session, and then the other sessions are 2-week sessions, and it remains the $400 per week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's throughout the entire program.
Correct.
Okay. So, and is that for students as well as non-students?
Correct.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't have to be from Quincy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any sense for the ratio of girls from Quincy and not from Quincy in your regular student body?
I'm not sure what the exact percentages are.
Okay.
But I think the majority of our students are from Quincy and Boston.
Okay.
And then we definitely have students from neighboring towns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any international students?
Yes,
Really?
actually. We have 3 currently, and next year we're looking to increase that. We have maybe 5 to 10 coming for next
Okay.
year.
All right.
Yeah.
Curious what experience they bring, to the educational experience for folks who are not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, because our school is small, everybody knows everybody.
Yes.
So they bring a lot to our community, especially being from sort of all different countries from around the world. It's,
Sure.
it's really nice.
Talk a little bit about the instructors, your staff, the professional folks that are teaching these different programs.
Yeah, so we have an amazing group of people that we work with, and each person specializes in their area. And I get to meet with them as their supervisor
Yes.
every other week. So we have a lot of conversations about how to just keep up with what's current in the world of education and in their specific areas. And I get to learn what they're doing in classes, and they're really doing some magnificent things.
Yeah.
The girls can lead classes sometimes if
Really?
if it's something that's available to do in a class. We have one of our seniors is a teaching assistant in one of the classes because of her knowledge of the subject. We do a science fair every year, so there's a lot of involvement in that, and the staff just go above and beyond. We just had Night of the Arts, and our art teacher just led these girls to wonderful art pieces, and they did installations in different rooms based on a musical theme. So it was a lot of fun. So like I said, the staff are very knowledgeable in their areas, and really go above and beyond
Yeah.
for these girls.
Any openings in staff at Woodward that you need? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we have some openings posted on Indeed and SchoolSpring.
Okay.
So you can look there to see if there's anything that's a match
Oh, okay. All right.
for anybody.
Now the
Yeah.
instructional staff is co-ed, right? It's
Yes.
It's a combination.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Just the body, the student body is for
girls.
Girls
That's
only.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about the graduation rate from Woodward. Last I heard it was 100%. So that's
Yes.
it's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. This year's seniors, there's 9 of them,
Okay.
and 100% of them move on to college as well.
Wow.
Next year we have a smaller group
Do you really?
graduating. Yes, there's probably going to be about 5 of them, but then after that there's 15, I think,
Okay.
10th graders. So
Okay.
yes, 100% graduation rate, and 100% of the students move on to colleges.
I see. And specialties in their field, do you know particularly what areas they followed after Woodward?
It varies
Yeah.
depending on students. Some of them go into the art field, some of them go into technology, different areas. Yeah.
Are you an alumni yourself, Gretchen?
I am not.
You're not. Okay.
No.
All right. How about you, Kaylee?
I'm not either, but
Okay.
we have a lot of our staff are, so it's
Right.
a well-loved community.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Back to Summer Institute. We have a couple of minutes left, but again, I want you to just kind of run down what Summer Institute entails this year at Woodward.
Sure. So students will come in the morning time, start at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Wow.
run through with us till 2:30 in the afternoon. So a full, school day time.
Yes. Yep.
And we'll do different sessions of the intensive piece of whatever their project is. So again, like with the student who is doing fabrication, they might start their day with doing modeling on the computer. Then they will switch over after a little break period, like a snack period, that kind of a thing,
Okay.
to doing the actual printing. And then they'd have a break for lunch / that's when we play our games, which is fun. We've got a backfield that they get to play out in. And then maybe in their last portion of the intensive for that day, she would be doing the Dremeling and finishing like in the picture there. So that would be a full day for her, and that would just be maybe in the first week they'd be looking more at the instructional part, and then in the second week doing more project focused.
Gotcha.
But they'd have those opportunities again from day one. All of the stuff is there for them.
Okay. Through the website or phone number, May 15th is ideally the deadline to
June
decide?
15th.
June 15th.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So still a little bit of time.
Right.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank
you
you
so much.
You're very welcome. Have a great summer.
Thanks, you too.
Just enough time to check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Not quite summer, but it's pretty nice. Sunshine in the mid-50s this afternoon, and a pretty nice weekend coming up as well. We'll have warmer temperatures tomorrow with a few more clouds, but highs tomorrow in the mid-60s. Maybe a spot shower early Sunday, but then just partly sunny and mild, up around 70 degrees. More clouds here on Monday in the mid-60s, and some showers moving in for the middle of next week. But until then, enjoy the great weather. Thanks again to Gretchen Peterson and Kayla McDonald for joining us from the Woodward School.
Thank you.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching Monday here on the show. Margaret LaForest stopping by from the Quincy Rotary Club. They have their 100th anniversary celebration coming up. We'll learn all about that. Meantime, check our website, qatv.org. You'll find all our latest programs there, news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great weekend.